one of my favorite sayings in parenting is more is caught than taught. More that is caught than what you teach. That what you do and what they observe is going to be more important and hold more weight than what you say and how you tell them to act. See, they're observing your behavior all day long. They're observing the things that we don't even realize. They're observing our blind spots. And a lot of the times, especially in the early years, they're parroting that behavior back to us. And we don't even realize that. There's a lot of times that I hear things like when my children are back talking me and they're being snarky. And I'm like, why are you being like that? And I realize that maybe I have been more sarcastic and snarky lately. And they're replicating it in a way that they think is mirroring the same kind of thing, but it actually is coming off really disrespectful. And so they're catching something that I'm throwing out there. And though I might be using it correctly, they're using it incorrectly and it seems snarky. Well, I can teach them how to use it correctly because we do speak sarcasm fluently in this house. Or I can realize that maybe I should just be gentler with my words for a little while until they have the full understanding of how to be sarcastic and have a little bit of snark without being really disrespectful. And there's a million other examples that we can do because all of our homes are different, all of our children are different, and all of the unhealed parts of ourselves are different. But if we take that time to look at the tiny mirrors that are around us, I mean, I have 9 children. That's 9 mirrors mirroring back to me different parts of myself that I need to see that they're catching from me. And if I don't like that in them, I'm going, oh man. At the same time, I can model behaviors that I want them to catch. Am I healing? Am I reading books on how to be able to be the best version of myself? Am I gaining additional knowledge? Am I being humble when I'm corrected? If they come to me and say, Mom, why are you doing that? It seems really hypocritical. I can go, oh man, you know what? You're right. It is pretty hypocritical. See, I don't have to be right. My children can be right. They can call me out on things because it's safe for them to do that. They can say, Mom, that seems like a really poor decision. Yeah, you know what? I think it is. You're right. Or they can be like, that's a great decision. I'm like, yeah, it is. And then I evaluate and go, if they were doing that, would that be a great decision? I don't think that would be a great decision. I don't think that would be what I want them to do. And when we realize that the things that we do are what they're going to catch and then walk into this world with, we need to really evaluate what we're throwing out there for them to catch. And again, a healed parent is going to be the healthiest version of a parent. So if you are not working on your healing, and even if you had a great childhood and you had every wonderful door open for you, we still have places we need to improve because we don't stop improving in life. You don't arrive, you don't achieve. It's kind of like if you remember back in the day, because I'm old, there was a game, Donkey Kong. I think they have like reboots of it now. But you would basically be going across the level and then hopping up and then going across the level and hopping up and going across the level and hopping up. And there was a slight incline each time. But it wasn't like a massive jump up and up and up and up. It wasn't a steep incline that you were just going. It was just a slight improvement. And then you got to the next level and you were right at the very beginning again. And then you went slight improvement and you thought you arrived, but then you got to the next level and it was just, again, a slight incline. You had to improve again in order to finally get to the very end of the game. Every time you had these little zigzag rows to get. That's what life is like. That's what we're dealing with every single day is we're just going up a slight incline thinking we've conquered something. And then we hop up to the next level. And I kind of feel like that's when our children mirror back something to us that we're going, oh, I don't think I want them to catch that. I don't think I want them to carry that around forever. That was my thing to carry for a little while. And then I need to heal from that. And if they're not healed from that, then if I'm not healed from that, they're never going to be healed from that. So I need to stop that with me so that they know how to catch the healed version of that. They stop that behavior before it becomes detrimental. And that's going to vary from family to family to family and based on our childhood, our life experience, our collective experience, what that's going to look like. But as long as we're remembering more is caught than taught, then we will be able to model the best behaviors we possibly can for our children. And when they model bad behaviors back to us, it allows us to take a time to go, did they catch this from us? Is this something that they caught? Or is this something they caught from elsewhere, someplace else? Is this something they caught in the wild with friends or at a friend's house or something like that? Because you need to evaluate what those influences are around them as well. Because ultimately our goal is to give them the best childhood they could have to set them up for success later on in life. So we need to make sure that we're throwing out everything that we really truly want them to catch.